Tonight on Connecticut's news station, two people fighting for their lives tonight after a house fire in Wallingford, and firefighters aren't sure whether there are more victims inside the building. We'll have the latest in a live report.
The first woman to serve as the Chief Justice of the Connecticut Supreme Court has passed away, and tonight we'll take a look back at how she'll be remembered.
Town officials trying to decide how to chase the wild geese out of Bristol, and the discussion is pitting those who want to protect the local parks against those who want to protect the geese. We'll have the results of a town council meeting tonight.
Breaking news now on Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
We begin tonight in Wallingford on the scene of that house fire that left two people fighting for their lives tonight. That blaze has been put out, but firefighters are still searching for more potential victims. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. Following this breaking news tonight, that fire broke out at a three-family home on Geneva Street. The deputy chief says they're still not sure how many people were inside the home.
Fox 61's Jake Garcia is live in Manchester tonight. He has more details from officials on the scene.
Well, Brent and Sarah, here in Wallingford, the scene still remains very active. I'm going to step out of the way so you can kind of see there's not a whole lot of damage to the outside of the house, but that's not the case. The Wallingford Fire Department is saying that there is a lot of damage limited to the second floor of this multifamily home, but first responders, like you said, are still trying to account for everyone tonight that was inside. Here's a look at how the scene looked earlier tonight. The first 911 call was made around 6 this evening for a fire at this home on Geneva Street. The caller told police that they heard screams coming from inside. Firefighters say when they arrived, they found a fire and heavy black smoke coming from the second floor. Firefighters then found one victim who was taken to a local hospital with serious injuries. Another had to be airlifted by Lifestar helicopter to the hospital. First responders are described the challenges when fighting this fire.
I think it was the heat and the heavy black smoke. When the crews got there, like I said, they encountered that first victim. They quickly transported him to an area hospital, and getting inside, encountering the heavy black smoke and the heat, and getting through the fire to search for the rest of the victims.
And fire crews from Wallingford, Meriden, Hamden, North Haven all responded. Connecticut State Police also assisting in the investigation. And just a few moments ago, we did see the Major Crimes Unit pull up to the scene as well. The Wallingford Fire Department says they don't have an exact number of the people affected by this fire at this time, but the Red Cross has secured a hotel for all those displaced from their home. Now, this still remains a very active situation, a very active investigation here in Wallingford. A portion of Geneva Street is still blocked off as they investigate, and first responders expect to be out here for several more hours. We're expected to hear maybe an update a little bit later tonight, so we'll be sure to keep you posted on any updates that we get. Reporting live in Wallingford, Jake Garcia, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Jake, thank you. And as we learn more out of Wallingford, stick with Connecticut's news station for updates. Our coverage continues online at fox61.com and on the free Fox 61 News app. You can scan the QR code on your screen to download it. All right, turning to the weather now, and our stretch of sunshine is over, at least for now.
Yeah, you're using your windshield wipers out there tonight. Expect a cold and rainy day tomorrow. Our eyes are on the weekend, though. Here's Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank. Hi, Rachel.
Yeah, skipping ahead to the weekend, the weather improves. But first, more of this. We've got clouds that have returned, showers as well, and we're going to be dealing with this not only through the evening tonight, but right off and on through the day tomorrow as well. And did we mention it's going to be chilly and raw too? First, let's take a look at some of those showers. Moderate downpours right now from Newtown over through Bethel. Some light scattered showers right now from New Hartford down through Avon, and a band of showers coming through from Stores down through Griswold. And as we pull out and show you the bigger picture, you'll see there's more ahead. We've got more showers developing to the west, some storms to the south, and another band of showers and even thunderstorms moving through Pennsylvania. We aren't anticipating any storms here. Again, it will just be showers. And here's a bonus. We are not expecting any flooding this time around, so we'll take it and run with it. Temperatures tonight will be kind of flat, and that's how the numbers look tomorrow too. We start in the 40s. we finish in the 40s. I mean, earlier this week, we had high temperatures that were close to 80 degrees. So tomorrow, lots of clouds, cooler temperatures, spotty showers, drizzle, mist. We will start to dry things out as we head towards this time tomorrow night, and things are looking up for the weekend. We'll talk about it. Your full forecast coming up.
Thank you, Rachel. An update now on breaking news we first brought you on our newscast at 5. Middletown police are releasing more information about that motorcycle crash that snarled traffic on Route 9 in Middletown. They say a female on a motorcycle crashed into a van. She was hurt in the crash, but is expected to be okay. The driver of the van was not hurt. Traffic is back open, but police say they're still investigating what happened.
Short Beach in Stratford is fully reopened tonight, days after town officials made the decision to close it off during the overnight hours. That was due to a massive beach gathering on Monday where 600 young people were causing trouble. Police arrived to break them up around 5 p.m., but many just moved elsewhere in town. The group shut down Main Street and ended up in a Wendy's parking lot. Town officials say this happens every spring break, but this year was more intense.
Want to gather, you're always welcome to gather, but don't do it in a proper manner. Don't assault anyone. Don't be verbally abusive, and just enjoy the beach and let people enjoy it too.
No arrests were made, and contrary to that violent beach brawl that happened in neighboring West Haven that same evening, there a dozen people were taken into custody and 2 officers were injured. Police are not able to say whether the 2 gatherings were connected. Well, Connecticut is remembering a trailblazer for women's rights and equality. Ellen Ash Peters, the first woman to serve as the Chief Justice of the Connecticut Supreme Court, has passed away. The state judicial branch says Peters died Tuesday. During her law career, Peters was the first female faculty member at Yale Law. She was appointed to the state Supreme Court in 1978 by then-Governor Ella Grasso and served as Chief Justice from 1984 to 1996. In her final year, Peters wrote the majority opinion in the state Supreme Court's landmark ruling in Sheff versus O'Neill, declaring segregation of Hartford area schools to be unconstitutional. Ellen Ash Peters was 94 years old.
Boeing is back in the spotlight with 2 different U.S. Senate hearings today. Lawmakers are looking into what they're calling Boeing's broken safety culture. Boeing has come under scrutiny for very public aircraft problems recently, sometimes in the sky, and all tied to maintenance and manufacturing issues. Fox 61's Emma Wolforst has more on what senators warn will be a long series of hearings.
I raised concerns internally. I was sidelined. I was told to shut up. I received physical threats.
Wednesday, current quality engineer, now whistleblower, Sam Salapore testified on Capitol Hill about safety concerns at Boeing.
I literally saw people jumping on the pieces of the airplane to get them to align. Effectively, they are putting out defective airplanes.
He was joined by 3 other witnesses, all aviation and engineering experts, all bringing serious concerns about a lack of safety, quality control, and a culture of cover-up at Boeing.
Unless action is taken and leaders are held accountable, every person stepping aboard a Boeing airplane is at risk.
While these witnesses say safety concerns have existed since 2 Boeing MAX jets crashed in 2018 and 2019, killing 346 people, the issues took off in January of this year when a door plug panel blew off a 737 MAX 9 plane during an Alaska Airlines flight.
We put Band-Aid over Band-Aid to resolve the problems, and Band-Aid over Band-Aid doesn't cover it.
Connecticut Senator Richard Blumenthal, chair of the Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations, says Boeing is at a moment of reckoning, asking the company's outgoing CEO to testify.
We intend to uncover what has enabled the culture of safety disregard to exist.
Boeing says Salapore's claims are inaccurate, a spokesperson adding the company is cooperating with the lawmakers' inquiry and has offered to provide documents and briefings.
What I don't want this committee to do is scare the you-know-what out of the American public. In the end, I want the public to be confident in getting on an airplane.
We want and need Boeing to succeed.
Reporting in Hartford, Emma Wolforst, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Well, new tonight, the mayor of Enfield is coming under fire for controversial comments made about students with special needs. The comments were made during a town council meeting that was being live streamed online. The mayor says he had been responding to accusations made by a resident that the Board of Ed and police department are targeting certain groups of children when it comes to school suspensions. And here's a part of what he had to say.
So before we start accusing, the school system for being discriminatory, why don't we find out what the children were suspended for? Because I don't care if they're white, black, green, or orange. If they're threatening harm to another student in school, they deserve to be suspended. And that falls for special needs too. Unfortunately, special needs has gotten so out of control in this country. Any child that needed a spanking at 2 years old, when he's 16 and don't want to listen, he's special needs now. When he turns around and punches his teacher in the face, he's special needs. He needs to be arrested.
Well, the mayor released a statement throwing his full support behind the Board of Ed and the police department and elaborating further on those comments. He writes, I think we are diminishing the definition of special needs, and the parents of the children who actually need services are pushed aside or have to fight for what their children need. The students in Enfield should not have to be in fear of other students.
Another story getting a lot of attention tonight. Should the city of Bristol do something about the number of geese at public parks? Town leaders met in Bristol tonight to decide what to do. A lot of folks call the geese a nuisance. Their specific grievance, the droppings. There have been a wide range of proposals, everything from scrambling the eggs of unhatched goslings to gassing the geese with nitrous oxide. And there are, of course, people arguing in favor of just letting the geese be.
Euthanization is definitely on the table this evening.
I'd hate to see these geese be euthanized. On the other side, I've been here where there's been lots of droppings and you have to avoid it.
No final decision was made tonight, but it was a very contentious meeting.
What takes a higher priority, the public safety or animals? Okay, to me, that is an absolute no-brainer.
When I'm there, I wouldn't mind walking around and with a rake and a bucket.
A Bristol student you see here was applauded as she read letters from herself and her classmates urging the council to relocate the geese rather than kill them. If and when a final decision's made, the town will need approval from DEEP and U.S. Fish and Wildlife, since Canada geese are protected under law.